The Tasmanian Aboriginals. A vanished people. Who were they? The Tasmanian Aboriginals were the indigenous people of Tasmania, an island south of mainland Australia. They had lived there for over 35,000 years, developing unique languages, customs, and spiritual beliefs. Isolated from mainland Aboriginal groups for thousands of years due to rising sea levels, they evolved their own distinct culture. Estimates suggest there were 4,000 to 6,000 Aboriginal Tasmanians when Europeans first arrived. European contact and colonization, 1803 onward. When the British began colonizing Tasmania, then called Van Diemen's Land, in 1803, the Aboriginal way of life was upended almost overnight. Early impact. European settlers claimed land without treaties or negotiations. Traditional hunting grounds were seized for sheep farming. Introduced diseases like smallpox and influenza devastated communities. Settlers killed Aboriginal people, often with impunity. The Black War, 1820s–1832. This was a period of intense conflict between British settlers and the Aboriginal people. Aboriginal warriors, desperate and displaced, began resisting through raids on farms and attacks. In response, settlers launched brutal retaliations, often killing indiscriminately. The colonial government eventually declared martial law against the Aboriginals. One infamous program, the Black Line, in 1830, involved nearly 2,000 soldiers and settlers sweeping across the island to capture or drive out the Aboriginals. It largely failed in its aims but symbolized the settler intent to remove indigenous people. Exile and death. The government began rounding up the remaining Aboriginals and relocating them to remote settlements. Notable example: Flinders Island. Survivors were forcibly moved to Wyberlena, a missionary settlement on Flinders Island, off Tasmania's northeast coast. Promised protection and care, they instead suffered from poor sanitation, harsh conditions, depression, and disease. Most died within a few years. The last, full-blooded, Tasmanian Aboriginals. Truganini, often cited as the last, full-blooded, Tasmanian Aboriginal, died in 1876. Her skeleton was displayed in a museum for decades before finally being cremated and given a respectful burial in 1976, a powerful symbol of historical injustice. Cultural extinction. Though full-blooded, Tasmanian Aboriginals were declared extinct in the 19th century, this idea has been challenged by the descendants. Many Tasmanians today identify as Palawa, descended from the survivors of massacre and relocation, often through mixed ancestry. These communities are actively working to revive language, culture, and traditions. Legacy and lessons. The story of the Tasmanian Aboriginals is a powerful lesson in the consequences of colonialism and unchecked expansion, the need for truth-telling and reconciliation, the importance of preserving indigenous cultures and acknowledging historical wrongs.